Hey guys, welcome back to the Basics of Bushcraft here at Bullhornbeach. Appreciate you coming back for episode 2 of this one. Today what we're going to do is we're going to take the char cloth that we made last week, try to get a flame with that today. Stay with me, we'll get her going. Alright, it's a cold, wet, windy one out here today. I didn't know we were going to have this much rain. I don't know if I would have been working on fire, but this looks like a few weeks in a row now that I get to work on wet fire. So what I've done here is, this is some of the cedar bark that we got last time off the trees. I tried to keep it dry up at the house up there. And then I went over to my favorite stump. I gathered up a bunch of fat wood pieces. We're going to try to get those processed down, get this processed down, and we'll take it from there and see how we do. Alright, another thing I want to do to some of this fat wood is this stuff on the outside is really wet, so I'm going to start taking some of that off. Because I'm not very good at feather sticks, but I'm going to try to make a few of them because they burn so much better. And all these pieces that are falling off of the feather stick, I'm going to keep those, and I'm going to put those in the tinder bundle, see if that helps it maintain its flame. And I know everybody's got their own way of doing feather sticks. Whatever works for you. Alright, this is one of the logs I had on my stack over there. It's dry on the inside, even though it's wet on the inside, so what I've been doing is just splitting it open on here so I could have some smaller dry pieces that will burn in there. Alright, so now I'm going to take some of these smaller ones that I've got here and process those down a little bit smaller, just batoning with the knife. A lot of people say don't do that. If it's a little piece like this that's dry, it's not that big of a deal. Okay, got our fuzzball here. Gonna process it down. Try to get all that outer bark off there. And fortunately I kept this stuff in the dry a little bit. It was outside, but at least it was covered. But like they teach you, like the pros teach you, just start processing this down, breaking these bigger pieces apart until you get to the fine fibers. Okay, since we're using char cloth today, I'm not going to process this as far as I did when we used the ferro rod. I don't think we'll need to, but I am going to try something that I've not seen before. I'm sure somebody else has done this. I just haven't seen it. I got one of my pieces of fat wood here. Yeah, it smells like turpentine. I'm going to get some shavings off of this and put in there, as well as some of these little shavings that we had cut off earlier. So anyway, do this with the spine of the knife. And I'm hoping in these wet conditions that this will keep that fuzzball burning a little bit longer. Just get some and mix them in there. I'm going to get some more. Looks like an egg in the nest. Okay. Remember the char cloth we made last time? I just put it in this little plastic bag and then it goes inside that Altoids tin. Get a little piece of that out. I'm going to get a decent sized piece of it out. You can see about how big that is. Set this aside. Alright. We got our tool by Essie. It's got the place there for the bow drill. It's also a high carbon steel. It'll throw a spark off a piece of flint. You can see those. Put that on top there so it'll catch a spark. See if we can do this that quick. Take that, put it down in our bird nest. Now we're getting some flame going. All right, I'm going to move this over here real quick. Trying to do this all at one time is not an easy thing to do. Okay, you can see we got our bird nest going here. I'm going to take some of these little feather sticks that I've got and some of these dry pieces and try to get them started and caught. Good thing the wind's blowing out here. That's kind of helping me a little bit. I think our fat wood is caught now. Even in wet conditions, you can get a fire going with flint and steel. I wasn't sure I'd be able to do it. I'm not properly prepared, I know that. But we did have some of this dry stuff, which helps. We had some of the fat wood, which is my go-to, especially in wet fire. And it looks like that will burn. Now, as cold as it is out here today, I've got a fire going. It feels good. And I'm alternating the fat wood and the dry wood so it all kind of burns together. A lot of people think this is a waste of fat wood. I've got 1,000 pines out here and probably 100 of them are on the ground and they left stumps behind. That's the stuff I get out of those stumps. It's wonderful. So you can save your fat wood for the next fire, or you can keep your fire going even in wet conditions. Alright, thanks guys for watching here at Bullhornbeach on this cold, wet, rainy day. We did our wet fire with flint and steel today and got it going. Took a little bit of air. I'm not a pro, of course. The pros can make it a whole lot easier than I can, but hey, look at this thing blaze. It's going like crazy. Alright, so come back next week for episode 3. If it's dry and not wet like it is today, we may give that bow drill a shot. Today, it's so wet, everything's soaked, and I don't have anything dry to make a bow drill out of. But we'll give it a shot next week. If you haven't subscribed yet, click the bullhorn down in the corner, subscribe to my channel, and I'd appreciate the support. I appreciate all that you guys have done for me in the past 6 months. It's been great. So until the next video, get out in the woods. Got our fuzzball here, just kind of a little fuzzball. Fuzzball. Welcome to the Bullhornbeach swimming pool.